Hi, my name's Larry Stote. I'm here as a member of the 350 Mass Metro West Node. We've been active in the city for decades.
This is the Buy Nothing booth. I'm Megan Fisk-Clements. I am a co-admin of one of the 5 Buy Nothing groups in Framingham.
All right, my name is Allison Stagg. I'm the director of Framingham Grows Food.
I'm Giselle Smith. We are here with Mass Energize.
I'm Sean Kennedy. I'm president of the Rotary Club of Framingham.
I'm Liz Caprillion, and I'm with Friends of Washington Beach.
My name is Roberta Ho, and I am a volunteer for the Medical Reserve Corps.
I'm Leanne Manzella.
Debbie Price.
Carol Hicks.
We're working on 2 different 350 initiatives. One's called Make Polluter Pay, which is about raking back some money that we've already spent to correct the damages done by the fossil fuel industry, which they knowingly did. The other is called Save Money with Clean Heat, and it's about making it more affordable for people to convert their homes from fossil fuels to electricity without going to the bankrupt.
Neighbors that live near each other give away all the stuff they don't want and ask for everything they do want. There is so much abundance in our daily lives all around us. We just don't know who to ask for it and who wants to ask us for it.
We're a new organization and an old organization. We were formerly Transition Framingham, and this year we are rebranding as Framingham Grows Food with the mission to grow food and build community in Framingham. I have been involved in Transition Framingham since 2014. I think I went to my first event, which was about how do we grow more food in Framingham, and now it's coming all full circle, and we're launching this organization to help do that.
For those who don't know, Rotary is a nonprofit organization that believes in service above self. We're non-political, non-religious.
We advocate for the use of the city public beach and help steward the property and advocate for improvements on the site as well.
We volunteer for a lot of Framingham events, and one of them is Earth Day. We do that, the National Drug Take Back Day. We do the Boston Marathon. We work with that. We also do Stars and Stripes over Framingham, and we do RAM, which is going to come up next year. So a lot of the events that the Framingham City of Framingham provides, we also support.
We provide materials and information so that residents can start their own vegetable and herb gardens, and we give them a grow bag with 5 gallons of soil and then seedlings so that they can start their own garden, and we ask that they share some of their produce with family, friends, or food pantries. All of the material is donated, so all the soil, the seedlings, and these grow bags are donated by all these different vendors.
Why am I here? This is my happy place. I love seeing the community get together around the issue of environment. I think that the bottom line on anybody that's serious about the environment is to find any way they can to communicate with as many people as they can. Because there's the old saying, it takes everybody to change everything. Well, that's not quite true, but at least everybody needs to be more or less on the same page.
Once a year we come and we give things away in person, and the rest of the year we do it online. You are actually at the crossroads of the 3 of the 4 North Framingham groups, and then there's a South Framingham group as well. So this is the hub right between all the Buy Nothing groups in Framingham. But Natick has 3 groups, Ashland has free groups that's all Buy Nothing, and there's other free groups that aren't Buy Nothing as well. So there's an incredible amount of gift economy happening all over Metro West right now.
So we're here today letting people know how to get involved with us. We have an open house coming up next month that we'd love for people to come to. And then we will be hosting our 15th annual Framingham Vegetable Garden Tour in August.
We are promoting Solar para Todos. It's a program for Framingham residents that want to participate with clean energy, and they can have solar energy even if they rent or live in buildings without solar panel installations.
We love the Earth. It is the only planet that we have right now. There is no planet B.
We were asked by the city to provide a first aid tent.
We also have an education booth where we have tried to have kids do pollination experiments with, different pollinators, and they were able to make a pollinator, a butterfly.
We've been collecting people's ideas. We filled up the back of this board already of how to grow more food in Framingham, and we have some ideas, but we're always looking for more ideas. We're also working to support our local community gardens, hopefully expand community gardening opportunities in Framingham.
Make your doodle for Earth Day. So whatever is in your imagination with the circles, you can draw whatever is in your mind. And we're doing it because it's a relaxing way to spend the day to draw and color, and because it's fun, like why not?
Today we're distributing information on ticks and mosquitoes, how to prevent them, how to identify them. We also have information on vaping and smoking, and we're trying to recruit volunteers as well.
The children come and they put dots on paper butterflies, and they get to take it home. And then they take a little butterfly and put it in cornmeal, and then they pollinate the flowers, those flowers over there. So they put this here, and then they go and then they can see how it goes onto the flower. And then here's the dots. They decorate their own butterfly.
Oh, I think I've come to all of them from
There's
the
been
time
how many?
they started.
4,
Yeah,
5?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I kind of get it mixed up. We do so many great events as a city here on this piece of property.
I know.
The Humane Society's craft fair, the Pies on the Common,
The farmer's market.
farmers market. Yeah,
Yep.
so it's like they kind of blur together after a while. You just know if there's something
Seriously.
going on at the Common, you want to
long
be
as-
here, it's going to be great.
This is the 4th year we've done this program, and we get about 80 families every year. So now it's been over 300 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are you always at Earth Day Fest here in Framingham? Yeah.
I mean, they come up and they say, how much does this cost? And we say, it's free, take it. And the look on their face, like, when was the last time you just got given something you wanted for free? Like, it opens up like your imagination. Like, what if I could get what I needed and give what I don't need anymore, and I didn't have to exchange money to do it? We're community members, we're neighbors, just doing things for each other. It's a wonderful, family-friendly town festival, so it's a pleasure.
They're giving away seeds and plants and advice and gardening and telling you about future events that are coming up, the various plant sales, both for your veggies, but also for native plants. And so I'm a huge fan of the native plants, helping with KFB's pollinator garden at Farm Pond, and also the garden that's at Stapleton, which someone else started, and I'm helping with that. So I think it's great that you can get so much information and little starter items as well to get people going.
Good idea.
Just happy to be part of the community and to have the opportunity to talk to people about sustainable gardening.
My name is Isabella Pacerni. I'm currently the director of the Framingham Earth Day Festival. I've been involved with it since 2023. This is my 3rd year as director. I started as an associate director when I took over it from the previous director and founder, Jonna Kramer-Merritt, in 2023 as an associate director. We start this usually around November, December, getting the group together. You need all the components. You need someone to handle food, someone to handle volunteers, recycling, sponsorships. So it's really getting the committee together. And then after that, it's really January from April. We meet every 2 weeks at the beginning, and then we get to March, and it's every week we meet for an hour, making sure that everything's all set, making sure that we know who our vendors are and our sponsors are in, and the money is received, and we have the food permits and everything that's required to put on a festival like this. There are currently 43 tables around here. 3 are previous vendors who have an extra table. That would be the Friends of the First Freeman Rail Trail, the Framingham Garden Club, and the Plymouth Church Green Team. So there's roughly around 50 vendors in total. There's the Framingham Center Nursery School, who runs our kids zone. There's the Agricultural Advisory Committee, what we call kind of our agricultural with the animals, and then we also have the Bookmobile and Velma's and the New England Dairy, and we have Center Music House. We're really excited about 2 new food vendors we got. or food adjacent. FOMU ice cream we got this year. They're a vegan, gluten-free ice cream. That was something that was found by our food vendor, who herself is mostly vegan. So she found them and loved them and wanted to be part of the festival. And the other one is Wavelength Coffee. They're based out of Sutton, and they're really focused on environmental. They know that the coffee industry can be really environmentally polluting. It's known for cash crops, and it can be a really labor exploitative. It can also be intensive, particularly because you think of how many plastic cups and paper plates. So they're mostly focused on their packaging being environmentally friendly. They're working on their process being mostly environmentally friendly. They're mostly getting their energy from solar or wind. They're part of Sutton's community solar program. So I think that's wonderful because there's so many industries we don't think of as being really environmentally intensive, and they're one of them. So that's stuff that's all important, and I think that's something that people think about. I think they think a lot about cars or carbon energy or how they use their solar, but food is actually one of the most energy productive, and it's one of the most wasting of fossil fuels. It's a lot to do and a lot to run around. You know, we're out here at like 7 a.m. in the morning. All of us are getting up at 6 a.m. We're gonna be here probably until 5. We're here the night before setting out the lines. We're gonna be here probably tomorrow making sure everything's clean up. So it's a lot of intensive work, but everyone's really happy. That's the important thing. I think what it is, especially now, I think with everything going on in the political climate, the people are thinking, well, that's not going to be focused on. And we really centered this both last year and this year, that we wanted to focus on all these amazing groups and organizations that are still doing work. We really focused on positive headlines that were happening environmentally in the world. And we realized that even with everything going on, even with all the negative headlines, there were still environmental victories. And that really comes back to what Earth Day is, because we're really not going to combat anything going on in the world with climate change or environmental justice if it's not collectively individuals, because individuals are the most important thing. People power is so important. That's the heart of Earth Day, all the way back in 1970, and it's still here. You see 400, 500 people, happy people, the new generation coming and learning. We're going to continue this on so that people don't feel hopeless, because we don't want them to feel hopeless. We need them to be out and active and feel like their voice matters. You know, we're going to be here years to come. We'll have some returning booths, some new booths. We're always hoping to get new booths, and we're glad for everyone who has come. And if they aren't able to make the festival, we have on our website, we have all the booths that are going to be here with their websites and their information. And if they're interested or they want more information, they're all available. You know, these groups are themselves volunteer organizations or volunteer businesses, individual people who are spending their hours 365 days a year doing the work as well. You know, we're just here to provide them a forum that they can show.